You know what? I wasn't gonna do a video, but then I got this little rat named Clover1X telling me to log in and make a video. So I'm gonna make a video on Hunty Zombies. I just in the stream. I already got my opinions of what I think about this update. It do have a few goods, but that just only stops there because my bar of expectations was already this low, and this is something I really expected was just to see a new weapon. And you know, the quality of like QOL, this is like a QOL update as well, because they did add some nice features as well to the game, which is pet upgrades and build save, which is a pretty decent thing to add to the game. Am I hating on this update? Not really. I do, like I said, they did add some few good things, which was these QOL changes, which was builds and pet ups. But the thing I will be hating on is the simple fact of how you have to constantly grind payload like crazy in order to, well, get pet coins. Now listen, every time you upgrade a pet, so let's take P-Fresh for example. By the way, P-Fresh showed his game out. There's a new developer for Hunty Zombies, so take that as how you will. And I don't know how good the future updates for Hunty Zombie will be, but now since we have pet upgrades, you get these pet coins out of payload. I only ended up getting like 1 or 2 pet coins out of payload. I don't know if like it increases the more you upgrade a pet or something. I'm not too sure, but I do think the max could be 2 pet coins. Somebody could correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong. But every time you upgrade a pet, you know, the pet coin just it goes up, so you got to use more pet coins, and the money goes up as well, but not by a huge margin. I think it's like 50k every time you upgrade a pet. Like it goes up by 50k if I stand corrected. And there's that. Is this a good thing? I mean, you get more, you know, stat bonuses out of it, so like there's no downfall to this, but it can get like pretty grindy and pretty expensive, because it is you are spending like 1 million, right, of your coins. So if you're already low on funds, this is something that you probably don't really want to do too heavy on, but you still maybe want to upgrade a few good pets at least for the long run. We're going to save Wizard for last because I will be doing a solo run, but the next thing I do want to talk about is the pets that they have up, you know, added, and cosmetics. Unfortunately, because I have not, you know, been playing payload ever since the release, I do not have enough coins to showcase off the supercar, cosplay pet, raid blade, and boombox, which raid blade and boombox are cosmetics. Do not get them confused with weapons. Now lastly, you might be asking, is the wizard weapon worth going for? And in my honest opinion, I will say yes, because this might be one of the more stronger weapons that actually genuinely released and was just pretty strong off rip. I am running Prodigy for this weapon, and for my upgrades, I do not recommend running whatever I have. I'm just showing it just to show it, because I don't know what to run for wizard at the moment. So do not copy what I have until later, until we were sure what is good to run. So like cooldown and damage, this is what I'm running. For all I know, I should be probably running critical, but yeah. All right, so I'm gonna mainly do like 2 solo runs for Sheen Samurai and the Grim Reaper, because I think this is just fair to like really show it off. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the weapons are busted. Weapons are busted. Like, I would consider wizard to probably be one of the, you know, like I said, one of the few best weapons to release alongside with bow. So as you can see, like we were doing insane amount of damage in the heartbeat against the Sheen Samurai. The Sheen Samurai is more so one of the more easier bosses. I know some of you guys might say not for me, but in my honest opinion, until you get like quite literally, if you get decent gear, you can solo him pretty quickly. So he's not much of an issue, but you can also solo the Grim Reaper boss pretty quick as well with no issue as well. We are using bow, so like I've been mainly running the bow x wizard combo. I'm sure you could run something else with wizard, because I feel like wizard in general is a pretty good weapon. I don't have level 100 for wizard, and as you see, I just do a same amount of damage without the V move. So like I quite literally would say this, like the V move, the moment you unlock it, is just quite literally like the icing on the cake. Like it's just there. Like you'll just do more damage more than likely with the V move, because that's how it is with all weapons. But yeah. All right, next up we're gonna try against the Grim Reaper. I've already did the Grim Reaper 2 times with this weapon, the weapon combo, and at best I typically tend to get 3 minutes at best. I think my last run was 3 minutes and 28 seconds, which is really good of a time, by the way, which is completely under 5 minutes. It might not be fast as 58 seconds, but nonetheless, I think, you know, getting around 3 minutes and under is just pretty good timing in general, because that is a pretty good speed run. Which that's basically what I consider Wizard to be, is a pretty good speed run weapon at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not really as much I can say about like Wizard. The Wizard weapon is just a pretty good weapon, like a really good weapon. Do I think they will nerf this weapon? More than likely. The balancing team for Hunty Zombies has always been pretty bad. I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's just times where a legendary weapon could come out, not even a mythic or a divine, and it could slightly feel better than the divine and mythic, which is kind of insane to me, considering the fact of its rarity. Because I feel like, you know, a higher tier the weapon, the more better it should be. If we're going to be talking meta standpoint, as a person that loves playing meta stuff, then yes, rarity tiers do matter. But yeah, I mean, I guess like once in a while it is completely fine to have that 1 or 2 legendary weapons, or even an uncommon weapon, to just be pretty good in general. It do add more to variety. But at the end of the day, what I say don't really matter anyway, because, well, it's a PvE game for the first off, so like you can run whatever you want to. There you go. The damage stacks, so well, it's not doing more than, like, I was doing like a lot more insane damage in my last run on stream that I did. Also, the distance is really short. I wish the distance was a slight bit bigger for this weapon, but that's just me though. And oh yeah, I mean, honestly, getting a pretty good time, man. I don't think it's gonna be 3 minutes as it should be, which is pretty weird. But you could go back and watch my stream that I did like a few minutes ago, and you will see that I ended up getting 3 minutes. This might be like a 4 minute, yeah, 36k. Like, I was doing that amount of insane damage. Like the X and Z move, I was pulling off insane damages with that. But you can get up to like 3 minutes at best with this build that I am rocking. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing to say. My only wish is that I wish we could use these OP things in more fun game modes. That's all I ask for. But who am I to say, right? I'm just a content creator. My opinion don't matter. hey, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But honestly, like I said, I'm not hating. I do think this is like a pretty, like, in terms of like players to do, like, look at that, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Yeah, like you could solo have a good time with this weapon. So, and that's mostly the Wizard weapon. Like, honestly, in my honest opinion, like I said on stream, I do think it is a 10 out of 10 weapon. It does a lot of damage. The radius is just kind of short. That's the only thing I don't really like about it. And I just, like, my fair critique here, right? Considering it's a divine weapon, you know, I guess this will go back and kind of like make me hypocritical a bit, considering the fact that I did say like I feel like there should be less effects, and Wizard is that weapon that is kind of more so like less effects, but you can still be kind of like, you can still kind of have like that little flashy move and still have that like little less effect happening as well. Either way, that's just my little like critique there. You know, I think it'll be like a good thing to like kind of do to make it feel more so like a divine weapon. It just kind of feels more so like a mythic in terms of like animations and such. I don't know. I'd say decent, good weapon. That's mostly it. This update was like, rest of that was like quality of life changes with builds and pet upgrades. Unfortunately, I just cannot showcase or like really play or use like the new pets and the new cosmetics, because like I said earlier in the video, I have not been grinding payload at all when it first released, and I have not been on Hunty Zombies as I would like to, because I don't like, I'm just being genuine, I really don't feel like getting on the game other than just checking out what has been added for the updates to see if they added anything interesting for me to like really, you know, get back on to play consistently for. And yeah, that's mostly the video. I probably explained all this under like 12 minutes anyway. There wasn't really a lot to talk about for this update. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Join the Discord. Join the Discord for sure. Like the video if you haven't. Like go 100. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hey man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow on Slap and Dueling Grounds. I hope to see you guys there. Hey man, enjoy the rest of you guys' day.